we are here in the dungeon with tiny surly crab crustacean here, and he is about to. Or should I say? Should I say? Fuck. She is about to wake up, like the other dudes. It is dark. You are on your back. You do not see anything, and your arms are in a very, very odd position.
It sounds like a few Sunday evenings. I mean, what? Sorry, carry on.
What?
What?
You're on your back, with your legs up in front of you, you can feel.
Yep.
And one of your arms is behind your back, and you're lying on it very awkwardly, and the other's in front of your body. It's dark. You don't see anything. There's something in front of your face.
I would obviously try and move uncomfortable arm.
Uncomfortable arm appears to be stuck underneath you. Every time you try to yank on it, something yanks on your throat.
That's racist. What's in front of my face?
You can't see. It feels like you're breathing into a piece of cloth.
Using my other arm.
Your other arm is stuck in a similar way. From what you can tell, if this is your torso, one arm is like this in front of you, the other's like that behind you.
Ooh.
So you kind of
try to do that thing where you put both your hands crossed behind your back and then link your hands.
What?
It's really hard to do.
This is you from above, yeah?
Yeah, no, I know.
This is one hand. This is
I know
hand.
what my hands are. Yes.
And there is apparently something between your hands encircling your throat. So every time you try to move an arm, you get choked.
Okay. Are my legs free to move?
You are lying like this. And your legs are up like that, you think, from what you can feel. Also, you're become very aware that you are naked, and your feet seem to be stuck in something. You're lying on metal, you can feel.
All right. This is getting increasingly kinky. I'm getting a 50 Shades of Grey vibe here. This is good.
Yeah.
My tastes are unconventional.
Is that from there?
But yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
Can I move my feet?
You try to move your feet. You can wiggle your toes.
Yes.
But your ankles seem to be fixed.
Can I straighten? So I can't. If I straighten my leg, it pushes my torso upwards.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Indeed.
So if I stick my tongue out, there's cloth in front of my mouth.
There is cloth in front of your mouth. It tastes slightly
salty. Is it delicious cloth?
It's slightly salty.
Mm.
You can sort of, with the hand you have in front of your face, you can sort of touch the bottom of your face, but not too much more than that.
Can I feel the underside of the cloth?
Yes.
Can I pull the cloth off? Or is it basically a bag overhead?
The cloth seems to be, well, yes, a bag over your head attached to whatever the hell it is around your neck.
This is some kinky shit. Is there a ball gag? No. All right. So.
Also, you have tits.
That happens sometimes.
But you knew you were a woman, so.
Yes.
Or did you? Is this new to you? How do you react? Although I didn't prompt
curiouser and curiouser.
I didn't prompt the others on their penis, so I suppose this isn't fair either. Anyway, continue.
You see, that's just sexism in action. Right
It is.
All right. So, can I move my head at all? Like, can I move it forwards, backwards?
Yes, you can. Apparently, it seems to be that your hand is stuck here and here, and then there's this thing.
Right, yeah. But that's the axis I can move it in. Can I put my head forwards enough to pull the bag off my head?
The bag seems to be secured to the loop around your neck, so you can't really pull the bag without pulling the loop.
These bag lords.
Yeah.
I assume there's no way I can. There's no degree of freedom in moving my arms that I can do that would. I can't take some form of agility or speed test to remove the contraption.
It does not seem like it. No, the more you try, the more you choke yourself.
That's fine. I mean, that's That's great.
It seems to be very, very tight, so you can't get it over your jaw without dislocating it and removing most of your skull. But at that point, you'll probably be able to get it off, and you'll also be dead.
You don't need a skull. Skulls are optional. Okay, so
if you could see,
can I wiggle left or right?
Yes.
I suppose the first thing to do would be to make some type of noise and see if I can hear what type of room I'm in.
You make a type of noise.
You hear like banging your heel on something on the metal, so you can hear an echo.
Well, you can hear metal certainly when you bang, but you're not sure what the rest of the room is.
Does it feel close in or far away?
The sound doesn't travel far. It seems to be a fairly small room.
Right.
Also,
I sit
also,
up?
also, as you try to move around, you can feel that even though your feet are fixed, there seems to be something in the middle, like your feet are on this round thing that rotates around itself to
Okay.
either side. So you can rotate your feet if you want to be on your back somewhere else.
Can I sit up?
You can sit up.
All right, cool.
You have done one sit up. That's a
I've
routine
formed-
power test.
Exactly. I'm going to do ab crunches until my stats are huge and tear my way out.
Yeah.
Can I hear anything?
Can not. Well, there's a what's that sound? There's a slight. It's not. I don't know what the sound is called. Sort of the sound of a furnace.
Oh right, yeah, okay. So the crackling of flames.
Not so much the crackling. It's more the crackling with a lot of air flowing through.
Okay, cool. So kind of like a blast furnace.
Yeah.
all right.
You also notice that there's a slight edge near the back of your neck. Wait, you're sitting down, so you don't notice that.
Well, no, I'm doing sit-ups now.
But when you were back before, you noticed that there was a slight little knob here.
Nobarunis.
Yes, and that seems to be round, or at least extend to as far as you could roll your head.
Okay, cool. Is there anything? I'm naked, tied to a thingy. If I move my body left to right, what do I find? As
So
it
you're
were.
sort of trying to turn
Wiggle.
this thing, and you're turning this thing while wiggling around.
Yeah.
Okay, well, the thing moves, and you seem to move onto some other metal further ahead. It gets warmer.
Okay, so I'm on a conveyor belt, probably.
Well, no, it's only this thing here that in the middle that turns.
Like, there's a furnace. Clearly conveyor belt. It's some type of devilish contraption
Well, maybe.
leading me towards. I mean, look, there's lava right there. Proof. Can I see anything through the? Is the weave of the fabric on the head small enough that I can't see anything, or is it like sackcloth?
I
Which I
think
can
you
see.
could probably, if there was light in the room, you could probably see, but there's just this slight orange glow. There's not enough to actually make out anything.
Oh, that's hell.
Well,
All right. So, I mean, the thing is, there doesn't really seem to be any obvious thing except to keep rolling around and wiggling because.
if only you could see without the
Yeah.
sack.
Yeah, exactly. I could get rid of the sack, but sadly, at the moment, there's nothing to do but keep wiggling.
If only you had some sharp implements in an orifice somewhere near the sack.
What do you mean, like
Teeth.
teeth?
Yes.
How would that work?
You'd chew a hole in the sack.
Really? Have you tried biting sackcloth?
Well, it's alright.
All right. Well, I mean, if this is chewable fabric, I'll go for it.
Well, it might not be, but you could try.
All right. Let's go for a
It
mouthful
doesn't
of
work.
this.
You can't fucking chew a sack. No, you nibble on it a little bit.
My dream of dipping sackcloth through it.
No, that was actually stupid.
Was the sackcloth dipped in gravy? I can just like suck on it, like.
No, but it's not very well made. The sack itself, it seems to be. There more care went into the knots around your neck than the actual sack.
Fucking sacks.
But the sack, you get some strands out as you nibble at them.
Can
You feel it'll take a long time.
Can I tug on the sack like the cord on a lawnmower?
If you had an arm free, sure. No, I mean the sack is not very well woven. There's a lot of the weave is not very tight, so every now and then you can grab a little string and pull into your mouth, and you can try to work that a little bit, and then.
I'm not gonna let any little bits like sit in my mouth permanently because you know how naughty it is when you get hair in your mouth.
Yeah, it's terrible. Yeah,
that's the main thing I want to avoid here.
Yeah. As you work on this, the metal underneath you gets warmer.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Well, and warmer.
Yeah, because presumably the furnace is heating up or whatever. But I mean, it's not like at this point I have no options. It's however long it takes to chew a hole in the sack.
Well, I suppose. Okay.
Unless I can speed up sack chewing.
Well, you're
chewing plus 18.
You're chewing the sack. You might have made a little hole. It's very warm underneath you.
I mean, I can't roll off this metal surface, so
Or you can roll around.
Oh, right, let's roll around then.
You left or right?
I don't think it makes a difference whichever way. Or at least there's no reason for me to assume left or right is better, so I'll go left.
Okay, you go left. It's actually a little slightly cold over there.
Oh, sick. I keep rolling until I find like
you seem to, as you whack your ass up and down, there seems to be some plates, metal plates, give a little bit. And it
See,
seems like,
I told you, man, it's a conveyor belt.
it seems like they're segmented and round. And the one you were just on was a lot warmer than the one you're on now.
Okay. Cool.
Well,
I want to chew my hole in the sack.
you chew the hole in the sack. You can sort of see through it at an odd angle from a little bit up like this. You can see your knees. Your legs look alright. They haven't been shaved in a while.
How do I? Oh, that's look. I have no leg hair, right? Just
Okay.
It was burned off in a freak leg hair burning accident.
Alright, I'll allow it. Add a trait, hairless legs.
Exactly. This is some fucking Gillette shit right here.
Hairless legs, add that motherfucking shit.
All right, let's do this. So I've got my Gillette smooth legs.
Yes.
Unleash the goddess inside you trademark. And can I see what is attaching my legs to the?
You do a push-up and you have a look. And it seems to be some sort of very elaborate rope shit.
Okay.
It seems to be the round plate you have a look at with your feet there. There's a bunch of holes in it that the rope has been woven into, and it seems to have been designed for exactly this. It's not just some dude that decided to bind you to some shit.
So some type of handsome rich millionaire.
This is oh god. This is a thing made for this.
That's
also,
good.
Also, as you look across, it seems to be a lot of wedge-shaped iron plates making up the thing you're lying on, all the way round, with this thing in the middle. Your feet's attached to.
Yep. I mean, that looks kind of like an iris.
Sort of, I guess.
Pass into the iris. I suppose at this point, can I tear the sack off? Is it damaged enough that I can eliminate the sack?
You have a little trouble tearing it off, but...
Like any good feminist, I object to sacks.
Eventually, you sort of get enough pull on the back of the sack to pull your face out through the front of the sack.
Oh, right. I emerge forth.
Yeah, from the sack. You have been birthed from the sack, from whence you probably...
That seems somehow backwards, but okay, I'll go with it. Okay, so I emerge from the sack.
You emerge from the sack, and it is, as you saw, this thing, and you're sitting there, and you can hear the crackling of the furnace.
Describe the room.
Underneath the what?
Describe the room.
Well, it's just this thing and a door.
But what are the walls made of?
Stone.
And the ceiling is near, far?
It's average room height. It's like a dude standing up plus half a meter.
Okay.
And also stone.
Can I see an obvious way to remove the stuff that's got my arms stuck?
There seems to be a around this. You have this round thing, and you're stuck in the middle. There's a rim here of metal. It looks like a rod of metal that's been bent in a circle around. It's what your neck was resting on before.
Is it sharp?
It seems very hot now.
I suppose in that case I could press one of the ropes that's connecting the arm to the neck to the hot thing and hope it burns through the rope, I guess.
Indeed. This is doing this without burning yourself and doing a sit down. Is it called? So like a semi-dynamic sit up. Is that's a speed test.
I got core strength. I'm ready.
Do you? That's a speed test. That's an.
Dude, speed is all about core.
Is it?
Yeah, man.
Let's see. Hold on. What's your speed?
My speed is 4.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought you were. I thought you were spastic.
I have 2 power, 2 4 agility, 4 speed.
Also, you notice as you look further into the room that is a little blurry further ahead.
Am I short-sighted?
You are nearsighted.
Myopia is cool. Everyone who's cool has myopia, so I'm down with that.
You slap that shit on traits. Any perception test, observation, looking at crap that's further than a meter away, you get +1 obs. I'm sorry.
It's fine. You don't need to see stuff. Like, seeing stuff is overrated anyway. Like,
That's
the
right.
bats see stuff? No, man, because they're at night, you know? They're just chilling.
This is an obs 2, I would say. That's alright, you singed that shit right off. You get your backhand free, it's asleep. Flails around a little bit.
Cool. And then with that hand, I use it to remove the rope attaching the other hand.
You flail a bit with your hand, and it's not going very well. What happened is that you got the bit that was grabbing one of your hands. You got that off, like here. Your hand was here. This is the bit grabbing your head, and that's the other hand there. You got this bit off, but this is still a complete thing here.
Yeah. I'm trying to undo the rope that's attaching there.
It seems kind of complicated. The knot is very fancy, and there's been barbs woven into it.
Alright, then I'll burn it off as well. YOLO.
Okay. You're gonna do a sit-up as well with your what's called a artery thing right at the back of your neck down to the burning thing.
Well, it's way easier because I have the other hand free, so I can just simply roll over and do it from the side.
This is true. You're also doing it from the back, so you can... Oh yeah, you can. That's all right. Yeah, that's easy. That's obs 1 right there.
Fair failure.
Oh, that you just made that.
Completely average number of successes. How exciting!
It would appear upon closer inspection that some not sadist had made that fucking thing as you take it off. Not sadist.
A not sadist.
Indeed.
He's not a sadist.
Some guy who is sadist with knots. There's a small piece of paper attached to it.
What does it say? Does it say not a surprise?
It says rope you fuck you, and it's signed Bolo.
Really?
Yes.
It's actually signed Bolo.
It is signed Bolo.
Alright.
It's a name.
And then it's the name of the giant tanks from that dumb sci-fi series from like the 80s.
Cylons?
No, Bolo. There's these tanks called Bolos.
Isn't it also bowling pin in Spanish? Never mind that.
This is some important stuff that world needs to know. So
Fuck.
can I undo using both hands the shit attaching my foot to the rotund thing in the middle?
Now this seems very advanced. You will need to do... Hold on, let me find you. I don't fucking know.
Somehow the knots don't appear to have been called into existence by the universe's creator.
It's like knots by... is it like puzzle knot? That's not a skill though, is it? That's just a
No,
knot.
there's a skill knots.
Yeah, you don't have that.
That would be beginner's luck.
Beginner's luck knots?
Yep.
Knots is agility perception?
Would be something like that, yeah. So I'd have 4.
You'd have 4. That's
double odds.
that's against the 4. I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, but is that 4 with the obs to doubles?
Yes.
So 8, or is it 4?
No, that's for
doubles?
2 doubled.
Okay, right, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Do you need...
I can add an extra die with Arthur, so I'll do that.
I thought you were supposed to do that before.
I always treated it the ability to do it afterwards, because the way I view it is that Arthur is fucking around with fate.
Okay, I see.
Because otherwise people never end up using their persona. I've always tried it, and they would always just like, well, why would I do it beforehand unless it's literally impossible?
Yeah. Well, you sort the knot right out. Once again, the not sadist strikes.
That means I should note down that I spent a point of persona. That was persona. So
I would like to point out that the alternate solution for this is taking the bit of shit that you took off, lighting it on fire on the thing, and bringing that flame to the knot by your feet.
Depends if the ropes burn.
Well, I suppose. God damn it, you and your fucking logic.
Well, to be fair, I mean, dry rope probably would burn, so it makes sense. I suppose, especially like if they were using old-timey rope, which was made of like fucking plant bits.
Yeah, and a not sadist would probably have coated the rope in turpentine so that it would sting if it dug into your skin.
What a bastard!
What
Rope
a shitter.
sadist.
Fuck Bolo.
I'm going to put my point of Arthur into perception.
What?
When I did a beginner's luck test, it counts as a stat test. The skill.
Oh
rooted.
yeah. Okay.
So I'm
yeah,
putting up
you get knots as well. What's your affinity for that?
It would be affinity 6.
Affinity 6, and you get 1 in it then. Would it be affinity 6?
Knots.
Would not be 4.
It's 10 minus 6. So 10 minus 4, but which is 6 overall.
Yeah, okay, 6. Yeah, so it's not 4. Yeah. Okay. You are.
So I need 6 successful knots tests.
You are learning knots.
Learning knots. I'm not.
Yeah. Could you fucking not?
Exactly. All right. Cool. So
right,
now I am free.
Yeah.
I am going to. Can I fashion? Can I do anything with these bits of rope? Because presumably, if I've untied the knots with my feet, I now have a length of rope.
You have some rope, yeah. The shit that was around your neck, as the remainder of the sack is actually quite. There's quite a lot of sack. And
that's what she said.
And the rope that was around your neck had little barbs in it, like from a thorn bush or something that's been woven into it.
Okay, so carrying that around is not a good idea. Given I've got nothing to carry.
It might be an all right idea, but I mean,
how would I carry it? I haven't got anywhere to put it.
Well, you have a sack, don't you?
But the sack's ruined.
The sack has it. Right. Okay. So
I have defeated the sack.
So you have a sack here, right? So you make a little hole here and you stick your head out. You still have all this of the sack.
I destroyed the sack.
You can make 2 holes in it and wear fucking.
Look, imagine this sack was like an actor's career.
Okay. No. Okay.
Okay. Let's go.
No. Here we go. You left when you took the sack off. You threw it behind you, and it ended up on the fucking thing, and it's just a pile of ash now. You have the trait clumsy. Have that, Luke.
That's not clumsy. That's just thoughtless.
Well, you're still clumsy. Have it.
That's racist. So anyway, no sack. Well, I'm going to take the other bit of rope.
Yeah, take the other bit of rope. Not the other bit of rope?
Nah, I'm not taking the sharp bit.
Okay.
Just carry it around.
You have the other bit of rope. Because you actually undid the knot and you didn't fuck it up, you have a fair length of rope. It's about...
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
It's about, 2 meters?
Actually, I know what I could do. I'll take the sharp bit of rope and tie it onto the end of the other bit of rope.
I was not going to suggest that because I need to stop giving hints, but okay. Yeah, you do that. You have a rudimentary whip or a flail. What?
It'll be a shitty flail.
Okay, that has 2 weapon speed and 2 add and 2 power. Because that's a scavenged weapon. You may do your IMS for that.
Yeah, it would be like 246.
That's all right. The door stands before you. It has 2 handles.
Is there anything about these handles that makes them look suspicious?
There's here's the door, and there's a handle here, and a handle here. It's like one of these handles that sort of you push down and it goes.
All right, yeah. All right,
it sits there and it looks at you, and there's
I'll push down one of the handles.
There's a symbol above both of them.
Are they both circles?
Well, there's something written in the circle. There's this odd character.
All right, so I attempt to use symbology and reading to divine. Well, symbology with reading forked into it to divine the purpose.
Okay, your symbology. That's an obs 1.
Okay.
Well, you have 3. Oh, you have 3.
Yeah, because I'm forking it in.
Oh, I see.
I'm forking in reading, unless you think that's inappropriate.
No, that's all right. Okay, this one says open door.
What does the other one say?
Well, roll for it.
Die. Open pit, it will say.
Also open door.
Ah, how disappointing.
That's 1 versus 3. That's a routine, I suppose. Obstacle 1 versus 3. Routine, yeah. That's a shitter. Do you need any of those for free? You do. 3 routines.
Oh yeah. To go from 2 to 3, you need routines. You need routines all the way up to skill 5 to 6.
Yes. No. 4. 5 does not need routines.
What, to go from 4 to 5?
No, 4's the last one that does.
I thought going 4 to 5 did. Okay.
4 to 5, yes.
Yeah, that's what I mean. 5 to 6 doesn't.
Okay. You open the door.
Mm.
It's very dark in there. The way when the door makes the creaky noise opening, You get the sense of a big room.
Ooh. Can I smell the sweet smoke of...
Far to the ceiling. No, there's no myrrh in there. And you knew you were going to ask.
Marijuana.
No, no.
No, okay. So can I see anything in this room?
There's a slight light coming from the top of the room. You get the sense of a big dome. Like a chapel. Or whatever the hell is domed. And up at the very top here, quite high up, there's a little moonlight coming in, lighting the room in a little, slightly blue light.
And does the light illuminate anything?
You see... No, there's not that much you can actually see. It doesn't go all the way down to the floor, weirdly. There's a bit dusty in there, so the light is kind of broken. Volumetric light, it's nice
So you're saying there are god rays but no actual light, alright.
Yes. And
right. I admire the high level of volumetric lighting and particle effects used to construct this environment.
Something rattled by the door as you opened it.
Can I see, is it a chain? Is there anything? Is there something connecting the door to the wall?
There seem to be, as you stick your head in, which I assume you do, by the side of the door, there's this thing hanging by a leather strap on the side of the door. It's this little... It has a metal handle, and there's a little crystal, a little blue crystal at the tip of it.
Ooh. Does it say eat me?
No.
Alright. Is it... So wait, this is attached to what?
It's just hanging on a hook.
Alright, cool. I'll have a look at it.
You pick it up, and it's a rod with a bit of crystal in the top. And there's some writing on it.
What does the writing say?
Well, you have reading, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't read it. It's an ancient language. You
Can
remember
I
something from your past.
to read it? Yay!
You know ancient language-wise, or just ancient language, whatever the fuck.
Yeah, so it would just be the ancient language skill.
Slap that in with 2.
Okay. Ancient language. Chadlin.
Yes.
Alright.
And you have 2 in that.
Yep.
And you do an obs 1 on this thing.
Alright, should I fork in reading, or is that inappropriate?
Yeah, you do that. You're reading, after all. Blue poke to light.
Blue poke to light.
Yes.
I poke the blue crystal.
You poke the blue crystal, nothing happens.
Okay, so presumably there's a light that I can poke with it somewhere.
Yeah.
I poke it in the general air just in case.
Nothing happens.
Disappointing. I take my magic wand and attempt to cast magic missile and fail. I am greatly saddened by this before hunting around the room for a light that I can poke with it.
You're trying to poke a light. As you're walking into the room, yeah?
Yes.
Not all the floor tiles feel the same.
In what way?
Slightly different textures. So they're not all as cold as the others, as if some retain cold. Like, it's just a different type of whatever the hell it is you're stepping on.
Alright, cool. You don't feel like wood, or they're all stone?
They're all some sort of stone or crystal.
Okay, cool. Are any of them... Because I'll poke some of them that feel more crystalline with the...
One of them lights up with bright blue as you poke them. Poke it. The entire room lights up. Every other crystal on the floor lights up with blue light. There's a dude sitting in the middle of the room.
What does he look like?
By a table. He's old.
Old dude!
Old
I go
dude.
over and say hello to old dude.
He doesn't say anything. There's a table in front of him. There's a strategery game placed on the table. There's a chair that's empty on the other side. This is not a cliche.
That's acceptable. What do I recognise the game of strategery?
You recognise the game of strategery.
Excellent. I sit down in front of him, and having failed to get a response from him, assume that he wants me to play, so I shall examine the board. Does it look like I can play with him?
It looks like you can play with him.
Alright, so I attempt to make an opening move.
I should probably point out that there's a door at the other end of the room.
Right, but I've also got to play this dude first, because...
Well, yeah, obviously.
Strategy games.
Why else?
Exactly. Why else would the game designer put a dude here? You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
Alright, so...
Right, you make the first move. Or do you?
Well, I assume I have to... if he isn't doing anything, so I assume I have to make the first move.
Indeed.
So I make the first move.
Do your strategy games roll.
All right.
You make a kind of shit move. He makes a better move.
Racist.
He smiles. He doesn't have many teeth.
Who needs teeth?
Make your next move. You make an alright move. That one was proper. He makes a shitter move. He starts sulking.
Oh my god. He's getting salty. Right.
You kind of make a shitter move. He
He
makes an alright move. He's not a sulky anymore.
I need to get him to
There's a lot of back and forth of this. Eventually, he makes a really shit move and you make a really good move, and it's his turn. He doesn't want to move or play anymore. And he's just sitting there, sulking, with his hands crossed, staring at you, because he's going to lose at this rate.
I ask him, now that I've humiliated you at your game, can you tell me what the fuck's going on?
Not opening the fucking door for you. Play like a shitter. Who even does those moves?
You don't
I'm old, why can't I die?
Do you happen to know someone named Bolo? Perchance?
Not supposed to talk about that.
Rope sadist?
Not gonna make them move.
Is he in any way trapped? Or is he
No, he's just sitting there. He's just an idiot.
Has he got anything on him?
He's just sitting there in robes.
I ask him if I can have his robes. Fuck it, why not?
He looks at you. He realizes you have bare tits.
And concludes.
And concludes he's old and it doesn't really faze him. He resumes sulking.
He's one of those old dudes in the locker room.
Yeah.
Ball sack swinging. Alright, so... is the door at the other end of the room open?
No.
Okay. I ask him, I assume it's your job to open that door at the end of the room.
Maybe.
What would I have to do to convince you to open it?
Win the game. It has to be fair. You're not allowed to play like that.
So you're objecting to me winning? Did I actually cheat or not?
No. You just played better.
Alright. So I say, would you like a rematch?
Yeah, alright.
Alright, rematch.
Okay. You have soothing platitudes.
Oh, so you think I could calm him down?
You get soothing platitudes too, and you get the trait Molyneux. Which means
does that mean I'm a compulsive liar?
Anything when you're trying to tell people what they want to hear, you get a +1.
Yay!
So
yeah. Good stuff. So I roll my 2 soothing platitudes?
You can try it. No, actually,
I'm going to use my knowledge of the strategy game to not only soothing platitudes him, but convince him that my moves were in fact totally legal and rad.
Is that a soothing platitude though? Is that what he wants to know and wants to hear? Is it a soothing platitude where you just talk shit to dude?
It just means speech with the intent of chilling him the fuck out.
Okay, his will is free, so let's have a look.
Jesus, I haven't rolled any 3 success rolls yet.
He's not convinced. Are you remembering to do your...
Yeah, I'm writing down tests.
Okay.
I mean, you only take away 1 test from the strategy from each thing.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm taking away.
Well, every room's a scene, so you ended scene as soon as you stepped in here.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay, he's not convinced, and he does his play in strategy game, and he does an okay move. See what's gonna happen. And you do a shitter move. He's very happy now.
Terrible.
And he does the worst fucking move, and so do you.
Both of us do terrible moves.
Did you do that shit move to mock my shit move? Are you mocking me? He's sulking again.
No.
He refuses to move.
All right, I'm gonna table flip. Let's do this.
Are you gonna table flip?
Table flip.
Okay. You're gonna table flip. Do a power versus free.
Really?
Yes.
It's a heavy table.
It's fucking stone embedded in the goddamn.
Complete failure. No success. in
You
table
grunt
flipping.
and sweat in front of him, and he's slightly startled, but he just
I always
grunts.
wanted to flip that table.
He just grunts and refuses to do anything.
That's a challenging, technically impossible. So I'll take that.
For fuck's sake! Did you do that to fuck with me?
No.
You remember something from your past. You have falsehood. Roll it. Your falsehood 2.
Falsehood. What's my falsehood at?
2. Roll it against his will, which is 3. Oh god.
I'm going to fork in soothing platitudes.
Okay. Are you telling him what he wants to know?
Well, I mean, the point is that I'm not straight lying to him.
No, but you're telling him what he wants to know to make him happy.
Yes.
That's a Molyneux. Take an extra die.
All right.
Unless you really want the...
No. Let's do this. Let's throw down. Yay! I got two. I got some
He gets
successes.
very happy and does his next move, and you promptly beat him afterwards.
Like a rented mule.
And he sulks like a motherfucker. He sort of fingers a button. I'm supposed to press this.
Well, then why don't you press it?
Okay. He presses it and evaporates and the door opens.
I wanted to pat him on the back and tell him it would be all right. It'll be okay, man. It'll
Well,
be
he's sort of
okay.
just, you're just sitting there with a face full of dusty old man that's just went in front of you, and there's just this set of robes that smell sort of like old ball sack in his seat where he was.
I equip the robe and enjoy the scent of ballsack.
You
With the fortified with new and powerful ballsack scent.
you dab some of the old man out your hair.
Yeah, good times, good times.
Make your way to the door.
Yep.
Okay, let's have a look what we have here. Well, the door's open. Can walk right in.
All right, I walk in.
Let me have a look here. I have a list of rooms. The room's very small. There's not a lot. It's very, very small. It looks more like a broom closet than anything.
Okay.
There's not anything in there that you can see.
Is there another door?
No.
Are there any crystals I can touch with the wand?
It's just a stone room that's very tiny. He's standing there at the very edge, looking in. Doesn't seem to be anything in there. The floor seems a little odd.
What's odd about the floor?
While it looks like stone, you're not quite sure it is.
Can I take a perception test to see if I can divine its true nature?
You can take an unskilled masonry.
All right. I'll do that. Let's do this.
What the
Unskilled
hell is that, though? Masonry. Is that perception?
Masonry would be perception, yeah.
Yeah.
Almost any academic skill is perception.
That's an obs 2, so that's an obs 4.
Let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, what is it? My will that's 5. Yes. Success. Flawless performance.
You feel that the floor is probably alright.
Well, I mean, if I failed it, that means the floor is obviously shady as fuck. My character doesn't know that. So, are any of the floors? Is there any lighting in this room?
No, only what comes in from the other one. There's something on the back of the door, though, you notice.
All right. What is on the back of the door?
Ancient text.
Can I try and read it?
You can. It's an obs 2.
All right. This
So-
is the ancient language skill.
Ancient language and reading. You can fork in. You can't read it. It says something about draft.
Well, it's probably like if you stand on it, the floor will give way and you'll plummet, because that's like the standard way. Can I see up? Can I see anything up? Does the ceiling look normal?
There's nothing up there. It looks very normal. You knock on it a little bit. There's Seems like stone.
Or I'm going to walk into the middle of the room, preparing myself for it to give way like a huge troll.
You walk into the middle of the room, the door starts closing.
Good.
You're fine with this?
Yeah, whatever. Fuck it, let's do this.
Okay, door closes. Floor starts wobbling, obviously.
Yeah.
Are you going to James Bond and try and grab hold of the sides? Or you're fine?
Well, I mean, is there anything I can attach the rope to? Like the door?
Not really, no.
All right, well, in that case, I'll just prepare myself as best I can by standing close to one of the sides, I assume.
Yeah, it's very slippery, you find. The floor just completely disappears. There's what you think you see is a sack below you, opened up, that you fall into. And as you fall into it, it closes around you by a rope that's further up, and you fall down, suspended in a sack from a rope. And you feel yourself dangling in a room in a sack from a rope from the ceiling.
This is what we call from sack to sack.
Indeed, and this is where we stop.
All right, cool.
So, time and... your homework.
Do I have to study the many forms the sack can take?
Belief and instinct, based on what happened today.
Instinct, always go for the sack. Belief, sack is love, sack is life.
All right, yeah, well, and with that, we bow out. May the sack be... yes.